Fools.
Welcome to Biblio Fools.
God bless
I
you.
know. Well, man, can we talk? Yeah, I mean, Iris is like, I'm so scared of Mike Tyson. And I'm like, first of all, how do you know about Mike Tyson? And what about the boogeyman? Like, there's so many more
Yeah.
scarier things. But then I'm like, no, Mike Tyson is scary. And then I start thinking about like the Mike Tyson mysteries and how he's really turned things around. He's kind of a guru guy now. And I'm like, look, you do not need to be worried about Mike Tyson. But then I think about it more and I'm like, you should be worried about him. Like, stay away from Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
if you see him.
But do watch Mike Tyson Mysteries. Anyone within the sound of my voice, just pirate it, watch it. It's so funny.
What is Mike Tyson Mysteries? I've never heard of this.
It's an Adult Swim show where Mike Tyson solves mysteries with his adopted daughter from China and Norm Macdonald, who is a pigeon, a man turned into a pigeon, and a ghost.
That's the most genius thing I've ever heard of.
And it's amazing.
Incredible. Adult Swim absolutely
amazing.
doing the Lord's work.
And I was telling them in the first episode, they hang out with Cormac McCarthy, the writer,
Really?
one of our favorite writers. They go to his ranch.
You know what? I watched No Country for Old Men the other day,
Mm,
and let me tell you, one of the best movies of all time,
absolutely.
hands
Wow.
down.
Best villain of all time, I think, for me.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, that
Josh
book's
Brolin, he's terrible. He steals all that money. It's so awful.
I guess I was referring to Anton
Anton.
Chigurh.
Yeah, no spoilers. I got that book on my shelf, and I haven't seen the movie. So
Heard they're different.
I read through a whole big long thing, and it's like basically the exact same.
Oh,
really,
It's like a super faithful adaptation of the book.
wow.
They just took out a lot of. I think they took out a lot of the dialogue. That's like it.
And to be even more faithful to the book, they didn't put a single note of music in the whole movie. That's the part that blew my mind.
Wait,
I
did
got
they
to the
really
end, I
not?
was like, there's absolutely no soundtrack.
oh my
it's
gosh,
all
okay,
it's all
I got it.
diegetic. So if you hear music, it's like somebody's listening to the radio or like a mariachi band is playing.
I need to finish the book I'm currently reading so I can get on that.
Human intelligence has produced a lot of things. Some not so great, some absolute gems. And the Coen brothers, they got some brains in those craniums, making some gold.
It's crazy,
Cool.
Like they made like bombs. Those are no good. But then also they made humans didn't make flamingos.
I don't
Hold on.
think oh, thank God for
what
the
a
guy that
layup.
made flamingos.
Yeah.
That was a layup. I set myself up to just say two things, and I
could've said
I
anything.
just dropped the
Oh.
ball on the 1 yard line. Goodness gracious me.
Well, welcome back to Biblio Fools, everyone. We're going to talk about intelligence today for part 2 of Brief History of Intelligence. I'm Evan Cannell, joined by two very impressive mammalian brains, Mykailyn Rowe.
What's up? They call me Mammalian Row sometimes.
Mammalian Rowe. I love it.
It's actually pretty dehumanizing, but
Yeah,
it's
well,
fine. It's just really taking me down to the studs, but it's fine.
I won't call you that. Don't worry. And
Don't call anybody that. It's actually it's horrible. I can't believe.
Derogatory.
I
kinda
need to tell my
fun.
grandma to stop calling me that.
Grandma, come on. And Kyle Dunshee is here as well.
I am here as well.
What's on your minds, fellas?
What's on my mind?
A lot is on my mind. I've been reading this book by Haruki Murakami. He's a very famous Japanese author, and I like the book a lot. It's weirdly sexual though at times, and I wish it wasn't. Just because takes it out. That's what's on my mind.
Sex is good, dude. I'm worried that our existence doesn't matter and that my pursuits in the arts have been fruitless because we're in a war again. But I'm like, I think that's just social media getting to me.
Yeah, we're just in
Yeah.
a war and it's affecting everything, and Vegas is failing, and because immigrants don't want to go there anymore. It's whatever. It's whatever. Let's talk
Yeah.
about how brains work.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I mean, the fact that we can even spiral about these things
It's
is
a
a very
gift.
strange thing. It's just not a given. Like how, and it doesn't have to. Well, anyways, it's the
It's
result.
not helpful. It's not useful. I don't know what. It's not
But it's
getting me
weird.
food, but hey, it's cool that we can do it.
That's true. Well, it's the result of a lot of stuff that I didn't know anything about and still don't know the most about it, but know a little bit more before this week's book because we are back with part 2 of A Brief History of Intelligence by Max S. Bennett. Part 1, we learned that intelligence wasn't invented once. It was built roughly 5 evolutionary breakthroughs at a time over 600 million years. We already talked about the first 3. Brains learned to steer towards food and away from danger. Then to learn indirectly through reinforcement. Then to simulate reality and make plans. By the end, mammals could dream, plan, and remember, but they were trapped inside their own skulls, unable to model what another mind might be thinking. In part two, evolution cracks that problem, and what it means to be human starts to take shape from politics to language to social hierarchies dominated by belief systems that contradict each other in every conceivable way except for their common obsession with the subjugation in the hearts and minds of their parishioners. Sorry, what? Okay, sorry, what were we talking about? The book. Okay, let's get into it. Book
Yeah,
facts.
you spiraled there. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's
I can do that. I have a
yeah,
brain.
it's cool. And
It's your
it's funny.
privilege.
We got all this power to spiral for safety and to feed us and to sustain us and keep us going. And now we use it to, I don't know, sit on the couch and cry sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's wild. We need to eat, sleep, have shelter, sex, and there's so much leftover time now. I just feel like the brain didn't plan. They were like, dang it, what do we have all those. Time to think about whether or not people like you.
Yeah, now we just gotta make up with mushroom.
What's
Sorry,
happened?
he's not supposed to do that. Okay, he keeps getting up under this thing under the TV where we have a bunch of stuff, and he like knocks it down. Anyways, I was in the middle of a thought, and I completely fucking lost it. Man, but that's you know what that is? That's the brain. It's the
That's
human
the brain.
Let's get into some book facts. Daniel Kahneman, who's a Nobel Prize winning author behind Thinking Fast and Slow, called this book amazing, said he read it straight through and then turned around and reread most of it. So Kahneman almost never endorsed popular science books outside his own field, and he passed away on March 2024, making this one of his final public endorsements of another thinker's work. That's pretty like high praise, especially since this guy's a self-declared scientist.
Yeah, really. It's a good book and it's fascinating and it's interesting and I think it's worth reading, but it's big brain stuff, man. It's stuff that you don't usually consider right in front of your face and it's pretty cool.
Yes. So AI. This is why we started reading this, is to understand more about what intelligence is, so we can kind of see, is AI really that close to matching humans, and what are the real gaps. Um, so when this book was written, GPT-4 had just come out, and AI was still just predicting the next word, and that was kind of all it was doing, is just predicting the next right word to say, one word at a time. Right after this book was released is when we got the O1 model, which was a huge jump in performance based on the AI thinking of several possible like chains of thinking, like ways to think about something, and then being trained on those ways of thinking and figuring out which ways, like thought processes, would give it better performance. Anyways, I'm getting too in the weeds on this, but basically, he ends this book being like, see, AI's got a long way to go. And then it started doing what really looks like reasoning and reinforcing. And it was like, okay, it did get one of the layers right after the book.
Pretty
So,
damn quick.
yeah, ability to simulate reality before acting, essentially. But by 2025, there's like, so Jan LeCun, another AI scientist, worked at Meta until very recently. He left and raised over $1 billion to build basically the world model part, which is something that AI still doesn't have. So this is, anyways, the gap that Max Bennett points out in this book is still like, yeah, some of the biggest labs are racing to close that gap. It's like everybody's working on it. It's a major problem.
Yeah, he ends the book and where he's just like, we got yeah, like you said, we got a ways to go. And it's like, but not really because everyone's investing all the money in the world into this and to fill any potential gaps. So yeah, it maybe isn't there yet, but it will be. Maybe look at your phone in an hour, it could be there. I don't freaking know.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the main question that this book doesn't really answer. When we're talking about AI, it's like, is just mimicking what people would do without having all of the stuff in the background that results in like why the humans do what they do. If you can just mimic a person well enough, is that good enough? Does that get you all the way there? And yeah, it's an unsolved question, I think.
Now, anyway,
There we go.
I think who cares? You know, like
more
Wanna know what's-
science approach.
One of it's cool. It's ice cream. Isn't that cool? Freaking all these people trying to annihilate the human race with machines, and I'm just like, you know what? Do it. I don't care. I got ice cream.
Do
I
Do
got
your
ice
thing.
cream. I had a Jersey Mike sandwich this morning. So freaking good.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Mm, absolutely.
I love a hot wet sandwich so much.
Ooh, what was your order?
Same thing every time. California chicken cheesesteak.
Ooh.
It gets me going with some Cheetos.
Ooh, and Cheetos? Are you putting the Cheetos in
Uh,
it, or are you just
no, they're
you're
just a
raw
little,
dogging the Cheetos?
they're a little side piece.
Oh,
They're my
yeah.
little side piece to the main squeeze, which is the sandwich,
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
Well, clearly we got a little too existential. We have two things: ice cream and Jersey Mike's. To bring us back down, let me add another. I've been using Fritos in my wood pellets when I make my pizza because they burn real good. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't burn as long as they do, and they just keep that fire going and add a little zest to the pizza, I think. So that's
Ooh,
my recent. It makes me so happy to get a
That's fascinating.
handful of wood pellets and a handful of Fritos and just mix them together and start a
and just make
fire.
a pizza. I
Speaking
love
of
it.
fire, I started a fire yesterday with Flint. So,
No, you did
Just
not.
for
What?
fun?
yeah, just to prove that I could.
Oh,
And
nice.
I did. I
How'd it go?
Tell
swear.
us the story. What
Yeah.
happened?
I'm up at my I'm up in
Expand.
I'm up in
Please, I need to know.
I'm up in Duchesne
Uh huh.
because that's where my dad lives.
Duchesne.
Just kind of middle of nowhere, Utah. And I'm like, and I have this. Well, I guess it's technically called a ferro rod, so it's like a fancy flint.
Mm.
And I'm like, I want to be able to start a fire in case I need to, and I did, and it was pretty easy actually. So
Okay. All right.
that's it. That's all.
That's
You
pretty
had
sick.
Yeah.
you were lighting a little bundle of small twigs.
Yeah, I started with some sage, well, not some sagebrush, some tumbleweed and some sticks. And then I did cheat. I got some paper towels. So, but those will be in abundance in the apocalypse potentially. So like that's fair. So,
Mm.
and then I just, you
Decaf.
just gotta the key is to scrape off the chemical component and then do a big light it. And I thought all these bitches on Survivor who can't do it, like guys, it's not that hard.
There you go.
I did spend
Wow.
the whole night before trying and failing, but that doesn't matter.
You got it.
But that's you learned, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Incredible. And thinking of learning, I bet you thought of yourself doing that and you were like, I'm going to make that happen no matter what, which is something you share with mammals. Your ability to simulate, which segues right into where we left off. Mammals can dream, plan, and remember. They can simulate possible futures and learn from imagined pasts. But there's a limit. A mammal can model the entire physical world. Mammals can speak full sentences from time to time. Okay, a mammal can model the entire physical world around it, but can't model what the animal next to it is thinking. The next breakthrough solves that problem, and the force that drives it isn't predators or food scarcity, it's politics.
Yep. Wham, wham,
Ugh,
wham.
the worst.
Politics.
My
There we
least
go.
favorite thing in the world. Remember back in the day when nobody cared about politics and you would never hear about it? Like maybe the presidential election
And like
Yeah.
older folks.
I don't
and
know.
like
My
older
grandpa
people,
always hated
Yeah.
George Bush.
older people. But like
Yeah.
like I would never I bet like now you go to a bar and you could probably get somebody to quote like a law or a bill that's been passed and you're just like, ugh.
That's true. Everybody knows the legislation now.
Yeah, people like know
Damn it.
legislation and shit. Like people can name the senator of Minnesota or something. I'm like, ugh. It's Jesse
Nah.
Ventura, I'm pretty sure. But like, ugh.
I don't think he does anymore. That guy was badass though.
Oh man. Well, yeah, politics. We breakthrough number 3 gave mammals the neocortex, which is the world model, the ability to simulate. What's still missing? The ability to model intent, belief, or knowledge in another mind. So the difference between that animal is moving toward food and that animal thinks there's food over there. So now we get to primates, baby. 66 million years
Oh my
ago.
gosh, thank goodness. Let's just talk about monkey politics because that's what I wanted this whole book to be, and it was only a small fraction of it.
I have a
Um,
book for you, Kyle. It's called Planet of the Apes. And let me tell you, it's great.
Yeah,
It
but
gets
that's
pretty
like
wild.
advanced monkey politics. That's not real monkey politics. I guess it is. No, it's not.
It's in the future because they come back from and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But
We'll
but
get
in this book, it talks about like actual monkeys and the political connections that they form and how they will groom each other. They'll groom ones in higher status families and just the same shit we do all the time. Why everyone's always kissing the Kardashians' asses because hey, maybe that will help you in life. Monkeys have been doing that forever and they still do it and it's so weird and crazy.
Oh,
Yes.
there's nothing worse. I'll like remember back on times when I thought somebody had a little juice, like was important. And just like the terrible jokes that you'd laugh at just because you're like trying to get
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you think about it the next day and you're just like, God, what Ugh, who
I am
had
Yeah.
time?
such a whore. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're about to just get into the brain regions that allow us to kiss ass. So let's get into it.
Love this.
Asteroid wipes out the dinosaurs. Mammals inherited the earth. So
Yeah, we're
no more
like,
giant
"Suck it.
dinosaurs.
Suck it,
Let's
dinosaurs."
go.
I hope they make a really cool book followed by a cool movie about you guys later, but for now, it's our time. Suck it.
Suck.
Um, that's how we felt
Ba-na-na.
at the
Never
time.
mind.
"Da-na-na-na,
We
suck
can't.
my dick. Da-na-na-na, you're all dead. Na-na-na." A little rat thing singing that.
Hell yeah. Well, early primates settled on fruit foraging and moved up into the treetops, which was a niche that gave them two things: caloric abundance for bigger brains and free time. And they spent that free time on what every 35-plus-year-old inexplicably uses their free time on: politics.
Mm.
Primates' social life is staggeringly complex. Strict hierarchies, alliances between non relatives, grooming as currency, deception, reconciliation. Robin Dunbar's key finding, he's another science guy. He did experiments with primates, probably all totally okay and ethical. Brain size doesn't correlate with how hard it is to find food. It correlates with how many social relationships you have to manage. So we have got big brains so we can keep track of folks.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't work because there is a baby gorilla at the Hogle Zoo. It was born a few weeks ago. This is a big deal. Gorillas are a big deal at zoos. And then something happened in the social hierarchy where, and they're so vague. The zoo has been so vague about this. The gorillas somehow did not accept this infant and they beat the shit out of it so badly enough they had to put that animal down. And we don't know the social dynamics that caused that, but that's happening. That happened in the Hogle Zoo at Utah. And I want to know why. Why did they hate this little baby so much? And I'm really disturbed by it. And I can't stop thinking about it. And this book kind of talked about it, but not really. Why did they
Maybe
hurt the baby?
maybe it was like the Antichrist, like the gorilla Antichrist, and they were like, "We got to get this out of here."
Maybe they helped us.
Yeah, like the Omen. Like it was a little evil demon baby monkey.
But like the poor mom, and because like they were so vague about it. I tried to look everywhere. I'm like, what happened? Why didn't they accept this gorilla? And they're like, the social structures are complex and sometimes it doesn't work out. I'm like, okay, but why? Did you guys introduce it in the wrong way? What happened?
I think what happened was they did the getting to know you circle and they said, "What's your favorite artist?" And he said, "Machine Gun Kelly." And they were like,
And it was over.
"Fuck this guy."
Absolutely not.
And then there was just a zookeeper with his little whatever disc man that just slid it back into his pocket. Like, whoops.
Oopsies.
My bad.
Oops. Anyway,
Oh man,
primates have social structures and sometimes it's really sad.
they do, and it allows like. Yeah, suddenly you can act as a group, which so ants do that really well, and then you get a higher level of like intelligence and they do stuff, and then we had to like redo it, but this time it's a lot more on purpose than I think the ants are doing it. Anyways, this is the kind of stuff where monkey A knows monkey B will back up monkey C in a fight. So A avoids provoking B because he knows this is going to be a 2-on-1 really fast. So that's modeling somebody else's alliances and relationships so you can kind of like benefit from group dynamics. Anyways, it gets really crazy. Also, it's not like, okay, sorry, we're going to get to speech in a second. I'm skipping ahead. Look at me getting all bothered about monkeys.
The monkeys.
Yeah, because chimps go to war with each other,
They
guys.
do.
They kill each other just because it's like, get off my lawn type stuff. It's wild.
You know, it's funny. I bet people look at that and they're like, I can't even believe that they do that. They're so dumb. Like,
They're so dumb. How dare they go to war with each
How
other?
dare they go to war with each other? What idiots. These over what? Bananas, fruits, silly gooses.
Don't they know they're just hurting themselves?
They're just going to ruin their forest, but whatever. Idiots.
Yeah, who would do that? Certainly not us. Ugh, I don't want to think about it. So, how did evolution build a brain that can model other brains? The answer is a region called the granular prefrontal cortex, which is a model of a model. The older APFC, I don't know what the A stands for, I'll be real honest, already modeled intent. So, I want water because I'm thirsty. The new GPFC, granular prefrontal cortex, wraps around it and models that model. So I know that I'm thirsty. I believe water is there. I want to drink. This is metacognition, thinking about thinking. Breakthrough number 4 is mentalizing. Modeling your own mind is the same computation as modeling someone else's. So you understand others by imagining yourself in their situation with that knowledge.
Cool.
Okay. Overload, nothing, no banter.
No, it makes
Yeah.
complete sense to me.
Yep.
If you
All
don't
checks out.
understand it, you're an idiot.
Get it in your brain. So, children develop self-recognition in a mirror around age 2, but don't pass theory of mind tests until around age 4. So, theory of mind test is like if Sally puts a card in a box and Mary walks in the room, where will she look for the card? Mary doesn't know the card is in the box. The correct answer is she wouldn't know. Kids start doing that around age 4 unless they're autistic, and then they have a real hard time with it for an indeterminate amount of time.
That's sad. My son is ahead of the curve because he recognizes himself in the mirror, but he talks in the third
Wow.
person, which is kind of weird.
Sheppy demands food.
Yeah, that's basically Sheppy not supposed to touch dog food. Sheppy not eat dog food. Yep, that's the gist of it, bud.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. What about you, Mac? What are you seeing in the mirror these days?
Oh, nothing good. No, this is
Oh, that's sad.
it is interesting that it's basically like an empathy machine. Like your brains are that's how we see the world is how we see ourselves. So and then I spiraled. I was like, oh, that's a cool thought. And then I was like, oh, that's why fucking social media teaches us to hate ourselves and think other people are better than us.
Oh, damn, you're right.
Oh no! And then I was like, shut up. So we're just watching it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it live. We're doing it live.
Doing it live, folks.
Yeah. So obviously problematic, but also really helpful because this is the same reason why we can like organize and build fucking the like Notre Dame.
Awesome.
Takes a
Or
lot of people.
something
love that
cooler
thing.
than Notre Dame, the Taco Bell down the street.
It's true. It's done a lot for me lately.
Suck it, Michelangelo.
Yeah. What have you done for me, Michelangelo? Nothing.
When was the last time you had a cheesy gordita crunch deluxe?
Exactly.
Ever. You
I'm
were born
lactose
in the wrong
intolerant,
time.
but it's fine.
I don't think
Like,
I think
anyway.
Michelangelo had nothing to do with Notre Dame.
Well, what am I thinking of?
Oh,
Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I think is what you're thinking of.
Suck it, hunchback that lives there. Poor little guy.
Well, theory of mind doesn't let you just read other animals. It unlocks 3 abilities that set primates apart from every other mammal. First, imitation learning. You can watch someone else use a tool and then understand not just what they did, but why they did it, which lets you copy the intent rather than blindly mimicking movements. Second, teaching. Chimp mothers break sticks in half and hand pieces to their children who are struggling to break sticks in half, and the children learn. And third, anticipating future needs. Chimps carry stones to nut-cracking sites when no nuts are present because they can imagine a future version of themselves that will need them. So watching out or screwing over future you.
Simply put, monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Monkey pee all over you.
Monkey pee all over you. If you have not seen an orangutan piss in its own mouth,
Whoa, what? What?
look it
They
up.
do that?
What level of intelligence is that?
That's God mode right there.
Hey,
I've seen-
Max, I got some questions.
Okay, Max, yeah. How come when I went to the Portland Zoo, an orangutan went upside down and proceeded to poop
Upside
all over
down?
himself.
upside down? It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And I'm
Hey,
like,
Max, why when I do it is it a problem?
Yeah, why is it a problem?
I just want to see what it feels like, Max, and that doesn't mean I'm less intelligent.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
If we had just not evolved level 5, which is speech, the things we could get away with, dude.
Seriously. That's why, like, we see monkeys sniffing their own butts and then falling out of trees. Like, it's hilarious, but that could be us
We could be living the dream. We hang out in trees. We're touching grass all the
all
time.
the time. Touching
But then-
bark, bro.
We had to open our stupid mouths and start yapping away, making
Yeah.
plans, making deals.
Just ruining everything with our mouse noises.
Oh, sorry. We just got off that one little spiral at the beginning, and now I'm just stuck there.
You're like, dang it.
This is everything. I'm just like, people suck. We're all gonna die.
Oh well, let's get you out of there. Jane Goodall She was great. She spent a lot of time with monkeys,
Our
and
girl, yeah,
our
she's our
girl Jane
girl.
Goodall.
Why is she our girl?
I don't
She's
know
the
what.
best. She's so cool.
She's
Oh, okay.
cool.
You just
And
like her.
she
Okay,
she
okay.
recently passed, and she's done so much great work for primates and chimpanzees in particular. She's a pioneer, and we love her.
We love pioneers.
We love a
Yeah.
pioneer. Well, termites. That's what the monkeys were eating, and they were using sticks, and that kind of overturned the assumption that tool use was uniquely human. So they can be using tools out there.
Yeah. They be using tools, crack nuts, eat termites.
Sick.
Also, they independently develop different types of tools. So, like different chimps from different areas use different fishing rods, but they're using the same method. So they're teaching each other. I'm like, that's freaking cool right there.
Yeah, chimps are fishing.
That's right.
Chimps be fishing.
They be fishing, dude.
Think about that for
Ugh.
a second.
See, I always sometimes want like a chip. Like, don't you want just like a chimp sidekick in your life? Like, wouldn't that be cool? But then you're like, oh, but it might rip my face off.
Yeah,
Scares
rip
me.
your face
off.
Scary.
I would love an orangutan sidekick a la Dunstan checks in. Did you guys
Yeah.
watch that movie? That movie
Love
was
that
so
movie.
good. Pee Wee Herman's in that movie. I would love an
Shout out
orangutan
Pee-wee.
sidekick. But he plays like a monkey killer, so not a monkey.
That's not good.
ape
We don't
killer.
like that. No.
We don't like that. Come on, Paul Rubens. Take
Come
it easy, bro.
on. Well, around 10 million years ago, tectonic forces cracked open the Great Rift Valley, splitting eastern African forests into savanna. Western apes became chimpanzees. Eastern apes were forced to open ground, and a cascade of pressures produced Homo erectus, whose brain doubled in size. That's not all that was doubling in size. All right, sorry. Cooking
Oh,
unlocked.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
Yeah. We're talking about
booties. Our booties got big, baby, for sitting.
sitting down. Cooking unlocked 30% more nutrition from food. Big brains combined with narrow hips from bipedalism forced premature birth because we just had to come out before we were done cooking, which created new needs for social structures like pair bonds and grandparents. Language likely started as a parent-child proto-language for transmitting tool knowledge, then scaled to strangers, likely to allow us to gossip, which was our way to punish antisocial or anti-tribal behavior. And there you have it. Humans, the best animal on the planet. And also the second worst.
What's the first worst?
Leeches, dude.
Oh. Why?
It's a hot take.
Leeches suck, dude. Leeches
Literally.
I hate leeches so much, dude. Nothing scares me like a leech lake. They say warning leeches. I'm like, I'm not touching that water. I hate leeches.
I didn't know
way.
this. Big leech guy. I was going to say sharks. I don't think they have a purpose, and I don't like them.
I don't like frogs.
There we go.
So humans may be the fourth worst animal.
They're the fourth worst
is
animal.
what we're just.
But this, so they talk about this a ton in *Sapiens*. What's his
Yeah.
name? Yuval, blah 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 blah.
Harari, I think.
That's how like they killed all the other
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals and all the other
other
types of Homo sapien type deals.
Because our brains were bigger and we're like, we may not
I
be
mean-
the strongest, but damn it, we can kill you real quick.
Yeah, we can communicate and lie.
and communicate and lie, and we're gonna breed with some of you, and some of you are gonna years later be like, oh, I have some DNA that has some Neanderthal, and we'll be like, shut up, no one cares. It's
Yeah.
not that interesting.
Which,
Like,
to be
of course
fair,
we interbred. Duh.
I do have Neanderthal blood. Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had somebody
Did
in
you
my
learn that
lineage
from-
had the dog in him. He was
They
just
had
like,
that dog in it.
I know you can't quite talk so good, but
They got some
Can you get that from
strains.
like a 23andMe? They can go all the way back to.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
what it-
that's a real thing.
yeah, that's what it claims.
Wow.
And
Incredible.
apparently, I'm related to Ramses the Second.
That's actually really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a pharaoh in there.
There's a pharaoh in there.
You got
Wow,
to
dude.
get that.
From Africa, dog. But then all of a sudden, the data just kind of stops being so intricate for half of me. Don't know. I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Something happens and
I bet
things
there's
get weird.
no explanation for it.
Yeah, it's completely it's unresolved, and we'll never know. But it is interesting that like one of the biggest things that makes us like keeps us alive and makes us like the dominant species on Earth is just that we can shoot the shit.
Yeah, so talking shit is what got us to where we are. So stop. Actually, no, never stop talking shit.
It actually helped. It's so weird because, like, for individuals maximizing their own well-being, altruism does not help. Like, helping somebody out and giving them some of your food, like, doesn't help you. The optimal strategy among like nodes that can't talk to each other, or like individuals in a system, if they can't like talk, they're hogging their stuff. They're like, this is my food, go away. But like suddenly you get the ability to talk and you have a social unit that can act as a unit and punish you if you don't share your food. And so suddenly it's like, just because of gossip and because if you hog the food too much, they'll freaking kill you. Suddenly it's like we have to be or altruistic and nice and well mannered. It's like all this stuff. It's weird, but it allows you to act in a group. It's
Mhm.
bizarre.
Would you say of all the foundations we've talked about, speaking was probably the biggest one, like the biggest leap? I feel like it was. I mean, the other ones were important, but this one really changed the game.
Yes. 100%. Because I mean, look at what's happened. It enabled everything else, like everything that's human. Yeah,
Comes from speech.
comes
Yeah.
from
Yeah, I
speech.
picked it up. Now we got a man on the moon.
You just look at the difference of like monkeys who can do the other stuff but they can't speak, and then it's a pretty big difference. I'm
Yeah.
living in
Yeah.
AC right now.
Huge jump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're living in AC. You're living in a zoo and killing each other. Why?
Why?
Still
Why'd you do that?
Why did you?
Tell us we can handle it, Hogle Zoo. Tell us the real reason we can handle it. We'll be strong.
I guarantee there's a guy that's sitting there, the social media guy is just like, what do we do? And they're like, we don't know. We don't know, Jeff. We can't tell you anything.
They scrubbed
They
it. It's a
just
conspiracy.
did it.
They scrubbed it. It's crazy.
We can't speak. They don't speak. We just had to watch them do it.
MGK can't handle one more hit to his publicity.
And guys, I went to the zoo the next day and no one told me about it. I'm like, why are all these gorillas? Why is this mama gorilla so damn depressed? And it's like,
Ooh, that's
Because
why.
it's trapped in a cage.
well, no, because
Among
his
other
baby just
reasons.
died. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yes, thanks to speech, we do not live in cages. Some of us.
Well,
oof.
did we not just create cages of our own making?
Boy, oh boy. And it all comes back around. So where does this all leave AI? Large language models like ChatGPT were trained to do one thing, which is predict the next word in a sequence, and they do it with stunning accuracy. They've been trained on essentially all of the text on the entire internet. But Bennett argues they're missing the foundation the 5 breakthroughs built, which is why we're going way back here. But GPT-3, the first real ChatGPT when it started, was asked to complete I am in my windowless basement. I look towards the sky and I see, and it answered a star. A human would say the ceiling because a human has a world model, simulation running behind the words. Today's LLMs are able to predict what a human would say so well that some human tasks, such as writing code, are quickly becoming obsolete. But speech is layer 5, and there are 4 other foundational layers missing.
Yeah, this does. After some of the other stuff we've talked about with AI, I was a little bit more freaked out about it. And then reading this, I was like, oh, I guess really all we've done is make a really good speech bot that can kind of like do the fake computer things.
Yeah.
That gave me a little bit of peace where I was like, oh, it's like it doesn't spill out into the real world as much as we think. It's just doing like, I don't know how a computer works, right? And so it knows how a computer works and it can do all that thing, but it doesn't know how to like we always talk about, like, load the dishwasher or whatever. So that gave me a little bit of peace of mind.
Yeah, I felt that way too, but then I'm like, but since this book has been published, which is not that long ago, the acceleration rate we've seen is insane. Because GPT-3, it could not tell you that prompt. If I'm in the basement, I look up, what do I see? And it would say a star. That's wrong. I asked Chat the same thing, and it gave me paragraphs of what you would see given your scenario. Like, it's evolved so much in the past few years. It just makes you wonder, where are we going to be in 2 years? Kind of spooky.
Yeah. So we're going to find out, because I think the main question is, does imitating human speech get an AI able to improve itself and fill in the gaps? Can you get all the way to, I can make a better robot and then that robot can make a better robot? It's like, as soon as you get there, it's like, it doesn't really matter that it was just parroting everything. It's going to fill in the gaps from here. And that is an unanswered question. We'll just have to see what happens. Bennett ends the book with a meditation on scale. The 5 breakthroughs form a chain that can't be shortcut. Each one required the one before it. But he argues a 6th is coming, artificial superintelligence, which will unshackle intelligence from the biological constraints of neurons, body size, and calories. On a cosmic time scale, the sun has 7 billion years left, the universe a trillion before star formation ceases. We exist at the first 7 minutes of a year-long calendar. Intelligence is still at the very base of the mountain. The fundamental war is life versus entropy. DNA started it. Evolution took hundreds of millions of years to gift humans the ability to have ideas, and human ideas took thousands of years to bring us to where we are right now, which is right at the precipice of unlocking intelligence growth so fast it it could make all of that pale in comparison to what we see in the next 20 years.
It's pretty cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Because of real life time constraints, we got to wrap fast. How many thumbs, gentlemen?
I'll give it a thumb.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. This was a really, really cool book. I wish I could have studied this book for a year.
Yeah,
It would
I'll
have
give
been
it a
awesome.
thumb. I get 3 thumbs in total. Yeah, fascinating. If you want to know how your brain works and why it works the way that it works, this is a great book. You should read it. You will enjoy it if that's something you're curious about. And it'll also raise questions about so it's all just machinery up there? What?
Yeah.
That
It's
was
just
a
like
weird.
a chemical factory.
Yeah, what's going on? It feels like an experience I'm having.
And
Anyways,
can I float? I just want to float.
Just one
let me meditate into gravity defiance. What is that called? Levitation.
Yep,
Yes.
there's a word for
You
that.
want to
Meditate to levitate, baby. Not a lot. Just a little.
Just a little bit.
An inch. Give me 1 more inch.
Just give me 1 more inch.
Sure.
And I also would like to levitate 1 inch off the ground.
yeah. Well, another
Gross.
book in the books. Thank you to Max S. Bennett and to our fake sponsor, Tic Tacs. I had one the other day and I was like, it's been a while and it was tasty. Follow us where you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Audible, other podcasts, Apple Podcasts. I already said that one. Email is bibliofools@gmail.com. Email us for some reason, any reason that you think in your hallucinating mammalian brain. Parting advice, once again, from Kyle Dunshee.
Yeah, let's just try to enjoy the ride because it's going to get crazy real quick. So hold on, put your hands in the air, and buckle the hell up, man. Let's
Hold
go.
on, baby.
Buckle
Woo!
up.
We love you. Goodbye.
We love you.
Yeah.